Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Happy, truthful Tuesday. It is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. We are in another week, right? Week 60 here on SRDaily, episode 295. We are at episode 295, just 5 episodes away from milestone episode 300. Next week, next Tuesday, this time, we will be recording episode 300 of SR Daily. It is an absolute accomplishment to do 300 episodes of a show, Monday through Friday, every day. As I keep saying, no matter what's going on, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hurt you are, no matter how sad you are, no matter how frustrated you are, no matter what's going on in your life, to be committed to a thing, to stay committed to that thing is an absolute incredible feat. And I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm just proud of myself for still being here, right? Still doing this show every day. Right, it absolutely matters. Yo, KK, what's going on? What's going on, my love? If you could go from Instagram to Facebook, that will help. Facebook. If you could watch it on Facebook as opposed to Instagram, that'll help. I know Instagram is there, but Facebook is monetized, right? So we get, more benefits from watching via Facebook. I put it up on Instagram for those who are not on Facebook, those who are not on YouTube. YouTube, I'm not even monetized there. So Facebook is the monetization. Facebook is where we get the money. All right. If you are watching on Instagram, if you do have a Facebook, you can go to my Facebook and watch. That will be greatly appreciated. Let me go and share this from Facebook, and then we are going to get the show started. 1 second, pull up my Facebook. Happy Tenacious and Truthful Tuesday. Peace and love. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Whew, Tuesday. Truthful Tuesday. It's a lot happening in life, a lot happening today. Busy day, full day. Gotta rearrange some stuff in my life, in my mind, in my heart. Gotta check some stuff, put some stuff where it needs to belong. And keep this thing moving, keep this thing pushing. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is episode 295 of SR Daily. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. 5 episodes away from milestone episode 300. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Regardless of what. We're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube Live, and we are on Instagram Live. Yo, Denny, what's going on? Good morning. Peace and love to you and the family in Indonesia. Peace and love. I hope that the marriage is great. I hope that your family is great. I hope that everything is going well for you out there. My sister, Tyono Vision, what's going on, my brother? Thank you so much, Mona Love, for coming on to Facebook. Facebook is where we get the money. Facebook has been sending a little bit of money, and I need to increase the reels and stuff like that to generate more income. I know that I can generate a lot of money via Facebook, right? I have no doubt about it. I just gotta work, right? Everything takes work, whether it's social media or not. It all takes work. But we are going to get the show started with our first segment. And today's first segment is our phrase of the day. Today's first segment number 1, is a phrase of the day, and the phrase is 4 words, yet they are 4 powerful words. They are 4 words that mean a lot, right? And they can hurt people. The phrase is, don't be so sensitive. Don't be so sensitive. That is a phrase that hurts people, right? And now let me tell you, I'm inspired, right? This phrase comes because of last night. I was up watching a documentary on Amazon. Yo, Aunt Nene, Uncle David, what's going on? Thank you both so much for tuning in. If you both could go to Facebook and tune in, Facebook, if you could watch via Facebook instead of Instagram, that'd be a beautiful thing. As mentioned, Facebook sends me money. I get paid for my views on Facebook, not for Instagram. Same company, but Instagram. Actually, Instagram does pay me. I haven't got a check yet from Instagram, but I did monetize a few weeks ago on Instagram. But anyway, right, last night I watched a movie, or I started watching the documentary called what was it called? Sensitive, the Untold Story. And it was about highly sensitive people, right? Not a disorder, absolutely phenomenal. And it made me think about the phrase, don't be so sensitive. And it made me specifically think about my own actions, right? My own actions. Now, being sensitive is never a problem. Let me say this. Being sensitive is never a problem. However, all right, and I said this in my notes, like, I think society has become way too soft. Right, so fine line. between being sensitive is not a problem, it's not a bad thing. People don't need help, right? But I think the world has become so soft, and so I think we got to find a balance between being too sensitive, or being sensitive and having tough skin, right? So a few days ago, right, recently, like I said something to someone who I love and care about, jokingly. They were offended by it, right? I was bothered that they were offended because it's like, why you offend? Like, I'm, I was joking. We've played like that many times before, right? But now you're upset. Why are you so sensitive? I didn't say that to the person, but in my head, I'm like, why are they being so sensitive right now? And then, I sat with that. We was able to get past that. But then yesterday, right? So this was 2 days ago, and then yesterday, as I'm sitting in meditation, it hit me. It's like, you said that, and I was like, damn. I never wanted to tell somebody they're being too sensitive, right? You never want to tell. And again, it's a fine line, because I do think that we do need to toughen up as a society, right? We're letting, myself included, at times let too many things affect us. Too many things, too many opinions that people have, too many perceptions, words that people say, things that they say to us. We're letting too much of it have a negative effect on us. Is disrupting our days, is making us change our plans, is causing us to go eat, go sleep, go smoke, do drugs, do all types of things. And so I think we got to find a better balance between our sensitivity, right? And so I think also there is people who are highly sensitive, right? And then there are people who are not really sensitive, but they use it as an excuse for pity, right? And again, I think it's a fine line. It's a very fine line. There are people who are highly sensitive, but they may be thought to have, autism, right? Asperger's, right? This documentary, it blew my mind yesterday, right? It really made me think about, again, my own behavior, my own language, how I perceive things, people, conversations, and exchanges. And it made me think about how I engage with people. Yo, Essence, what's going on? What's going on? Unique, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, my brother. Much love. Majority of the world these days are extremely sensitive. Absolutely. Again, I think the world is very sensitive. I think we just got to find a balance, right? Because people's feelings are real. But I think, again, we need to develop tougher skin, thicker skin. Everything is not an attack. We don't need to take everything personal. All right. I like that's one of the 4 agreements. Don't take nothing personal. All right. Don't take things personal. Don't make it yours. Don't make what other people say, or how other people feel, or how other people behave. Don't make it mean something deeply personal to you, right? Or for you, right? And we are going to move right along to our second segment. Again, that was the phrase of the day. Don't be so sensitive. I do think we need to toughen up. I do also think people need to give grace for those who are sensitive, those who are highly sensitive. More and more people are highly sensitive. It's like, I'm going to get into it later, right? Because it's definitely in my build of the day, where I talk about the documentary last night, where I talk about what a highly sensitive person is, where I'm going to get into that, right? Because it's necessary to understand that some of our siblings, our spouses, our children, our parents, our cousins, our co-workers, our friends, our neighbors, who say, oh, that person's so sensitive, they always crying about something, or they always complaining about something, or they always bothered about something. It's like, it's real. Some of us are more in tune or more aware of the stimuli happening around us, right? And then if we're more aware of that, we're definitely more aware of the stimuli happening within us, and we should be able to address it. I just also think the fine line is that people have preconceived notions. People like to say stuff to people, and can't nobody say nothing to them, right? And so I think that's what happened the other day. All right. Again, the person that I'm talking about, they've said things to me. All right. For a while. And what I said to them was literally the same thing they've said to me in different instances. All right. So I didn't mean to offend. I wasn't serious at all about what I said. But they took it personal. And so a lot of times people also take things to heart when they know they've done it to you, or they know they've done it to others. They take things, right? And so again, communication is always about navigating, emotions, feelings, perspectives, thoughts, right? It's always about tempering, what you say, how you say things. So it's a journey, man. It's a journey. Uncle David, what's going on? What's going on, Uncle? I appreciate you tuning in, my guy. And we're gonna move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, our need to know news. Today's news is dope news. It's black news. Of course, it's Black History Month. Of course, the news will be black. It is from Afrotech, black website, right? Real black, blackity black, black. Hold on one second. Tap back in shortly. Appreciate you, my brother. Handle your business. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Let us pull up this article. It is Jim Reynolds. Jim Reynolds not only leads the largest black bank in the world, but he's also part owner of a large multi-million-dollar vegan beverage brand. All right, we're going to read the article from Afrotech and get into it. So Jim Reynolds not only leads the largest black-owned investment bank, he's also an owner of a multi-million-dollar beverage brand. Jim Reynolds is leading a vegan beverage brand that generates millions and is backed by notable athletes. Reynolds' journey as a founder began in 1997. He had already spent several years on Wall Street before deciding to launch Loop Capital, a full-service investment bank, brokerage, and advisory firm that assists corporate, governmental, and institutional clients, according to his LinkedIn page. Inc. magazine reports that it is the largest black-owned investment bank globally. Various deals have landed on the bank's table, including one surrounding Cocoa 5, a hydration beverage company. Its products are made with balanced sugars and no artificial dyes or flavors. They are also vegan, gluten-free, caffeine-free, and non-GMO. Inc. reports that as a health-conscious person, Reynolds had already developed a taste for coconut water by the 90s and heard about the company in 2011. He will go on to invest in Cocoa 5 in 2015 and join its board. Over the next decade, Reynolds attracted the backing of notable athletes, including NBA player Devin Booker. By 2021, he sought to expand his involvement with Cocoa 5 and became the majority owner of the company alongside Booker. Wow, super dope. I didn't know this. Buying it from founders Mike Gapsky and Scott Sandler. Additional investors who secured stake in the company that year included Derrick Rose, D'Angelo Russell, Charles Barkley, Michael Wilbon, Marcus Morris, and Markieff Morris. Super dope. I gotta check them out. I don't think I've had them. Cocoa 5. I've seen them in Whole Foods. I haven't had them. He said, once you go black, you never go back. You know that, didn't you? Got yourself a black husband. You know how that go. Man, funny. I knew nothing about the consumer package business, but I knew business. And I knew if I had partners like that pushing this excellent product, it was likely that it was going to be successful. And it has been, Reynolds told Inc. Guys, you don't even know how I got goosebumps, how timely this article is as I'm, again, preparing to bring my baby, my company, not public and investing, right? But to make it known, right? The company that I'm building, as opposed to just being this individual artist and activist, all right? This individual person, right? Me, right? LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. I have a company, right? LaShawn Marston Enterprises. The website is being updated. The logo has been done for a freaking long time, right? I'm sharing the logo today. But I've been thinking about partners, right? Everything I've done so far has involved partnership and collaboration. I'm thinking about more partners, bigger partners, again, growing my business as a life coach, right? As a speaker, as a brand developer, as an organizational consultant, right? As a grief counselor or, grief support coach, mental health coach, right? As all of these different hats that I wear, I'm putting it under one umbrella and I'm bringing some partners in, right? I have some friends, I have some partners, I have some people I know who, do various things. And I'm like, yo, we should partner, right? I got a company, I will be able to subcontract you guys, right? We get gigs, something that I can't do, something that I don't do, you can do it, right? So yeah, super excited, super looking forward, right, to just growth, to growth and expansion. And so reading, this brother's, this story, right, specifically as it relates to veganism, as it relates to a beverage, right? If you know me, one of my dreams is to have my own beverage, all right, to have my own, vegan beverage. I already partnered with Organics Love Tree, right? We're going to launch a sandwich sometime soon, right? Got to figure out the details, figure out the date, figure out, what's possible. And we partnered, we collaborated to make a sandwich, right? Vegan rib ring sandwich with mac and cheese, right? On the bagel. Absolutely incredible. Freaking incredible. But yeah, I'm just thinking about growth. And when you think about growth, you got to be thinking about collaboration. Who are your partners? Who are your collaborators? Who do you want to work with to grow? Who can you give stake in your company? Right. And again, I have no doubt that, I'm going to have one of the top companies in the world. I am one of the greatest people in the world. I have no doubt about that already. But I've never built a business. Right. I've made some money, right, as an artist, as an activist, as a speaker. I've done some incredible things just as an individual human, but I've never built a business, right? And so this is new for me. This is uncharted territory for me. This is, a little nerve-wracking for me, right? As I, get deeper into the space, as I, as a founder, that's what I am. And I've been founding things like for a very long time, but never called myself a founder, right? Never considered myself a founder, right? But after attending a super dope workshop 2 years ago, right, ISC, Independent Creator Studio, all right, and just really like immersing myself in the world of business. Like, okay, I am a founder. I can say that, right? And now I need partners, right? I know that businesses tend to do better. Black businesses, all businesses, but specifically Black businesses tend to do better when there is 2 or more partners involved, right? 2 or more, founders, co-founders involved, right? As opposed to when one person is the founder and one person is doing everything, right? 2 people, business tend to generate more income. They tend to bring in more investors, bigger partners, and things like that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm working on. Let's keep reading this article so we can finish up. Cocoa 5 has remained on the rise, scaling from availability in 100 retail stores to 4,000, which includes Sprouts Farmers Market and Whole Foods. Its success can be credited to its women consumers who make up 70% of 70% of purchases. While the company is not yet profitable, it has revenue of nearly $10 million a year. The aim is to continue scaling its presence in the electrolyte drink industry, which is expected to be valued at $74 billion. Electrolyte drink industry, which is expected to be valued at $74 billion by 2034. That's just 9 years. So the company is not yet profitable. It does have revenue of nearly $10 million a year. You see, even business, like, it has a revenue, it is making the money, but it's not profitable. I don't get it. Right. Our owners don't need to take money out, Reynolds explained, according to Inc. We are committed to growing this brand. We're at the point where we have what I refer to as excess revenue, net of all expenses. That's okay. Which most people will say is net income. That's what I thought, right? But we invest that back into building the brand. Super dope, super dope, super dope. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to the company. Shout out to that's an incredible company. Sounds incredible. I can't wait to try the beverage. I have not tried it. I'll be trying it shortly though. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. My tip today is for everybody watching as well as for myself, is to write your goals down and look at them daily. Write the goals down and look at them daily. Look at them in the morning when you wake up. Look at them at night before you go to sleep. That's something I need to do more of, right? I've written goals, but I have like this book over here. I have goals in this book over here. I have goals in that book over there. I have goals on freaking paper. I need to get a goal book, and I have extra notebook. I make sure I have an extra notebook. I think I have extra notebooks that are empty or pretty empty, and I'm gonna make one of those notebooks my goal book, right? And like, I know that writing your goal makes it more real. Writing it commits it to the subconscious mind. Writing it, put your emotion into it, right? As opposed to just typing it. Yes, you can type your goals in your phone. Absolutely. That works, right? Do that. Different things work for different people. I know that I need to get back to writing my goals in a specific book that's dated. On this date, I wrote these goals. On this date, I wrote these goals. On this date, I wrote these goals. On this date, I wrote this goal again and edited it. I made this edit to this goal. Right. And now this goal, I scratched it off. I accomplished it. Is now this goal. Right. So yeah, I'm really freaking excited. Right. Excited for that. Really. To like write my goals down. I know that I have big goals. I have big dreams. I have legit plans. But I know I can write them down more. I can take more action towards my goals. Right. So yeah, it's a tip for me. Right. Get a book. Get a goal book. And write your goals, right? You can break it into sections, right? Short-term goals, long-term goals, or you can, again, do a date, short-term, long-term. Short-term is, 1 to 3 years, right? Less than that, right? It could be like a week to a year. Midterm could be 2 years to 5 years. Long term could be 6 years and more, right? That could be a long term goal, right? And mind you, I got goals. I got 30-year goals already, but again, written, right, scattered all over the place. I need to have them in one place so that I can sit down. I can read the goals. Read the goals like you're reading a story. Read the goals like you're reading a book. Read them, commit them, say them out loud. Right? I will, I am, I can, I shall. I will, I am, I can, I shall. Affirm that those goals are actualized, right? I was listening to a Jim Rohn talk. I think it was Jim Rohn this morning. He said something about we write your goal, all right? Like, I am grateful now that I have, right? So even write in present tense, like, not I will, become a millionaire, but I am grateful now that I am a millionaire. Write it as it already is. Write it and speak it as it already is, because if you could think it, if you could see it, it's already happened in a realm. It's already happened in a dimension. It's already there for you. You just got to keep stepping. You just got to keep walking. You just got to keep doing your part to get there. You can't give up. You can't quit. You can't stop walking. You can't stop moving. You can't stop the progress. All right. Keep going. Right. That is my tip. Right. It's to freaking keep going, man. Keep going. Keep going. Write those goals down. Recite those goals to yourself. Read those goals to yourself. Share those goals with, somebody you trust, your partner, your spouse, your children, your parent, your aunt, your uncle, somebody who you trust. Share those goals with. Have, if you can, right, have regular goal meetups, right, goal meetup events, right, get together once a week, once a month, every other week, right, get together, talk about the goals. Have we made progress on this goal? Where are you with that goal, right? Like, my brother Sean King had a thing years ago where he would want to, he did it, but get people together. Everybody write a goal on a piece of paper, put it in the hat. We pull it out the hat, and for the next, I think it was 30 days, 30 to 90 days, the whole team, the whole group of people work together to help make that goal for that person who we pulled the goal out the hat come true. And then we recycle, right? Boom, you got that goal. 30 days is down, 90 days is down. Cool. Now get back together again, pull it out the hat, right? Now whose goal are we working on now? Right now we're working on your goal. Then we're working on her goal. Then we're working on his goal. Teamwork, right? That's teamwork. We all have goals. We all should have goals. Some of us have just dreams. We haven't written it down and made it a goal yet. We have hopes. We have wishes. We have desires. But like, write it down, make it a goal, make a plan to accomplish that goal. And yeah, that's how you go forward. All right. Again, right, it's better to have them written all over the place than to have them not written at all. That's number one. So if you do got them written all over the place, don't feel bad. If you like me, don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Just know that, okay, I wrote them, I've been writing them, I've been accomplishing, but now it's time for me to get more organized. The more organized you are, and this is something that, this is my challenge, right? Organizing my freaking home, organizing my crib. I got a lot of stuff. I got some space, but I need more space. I need bigger space. But organization is key. Organize your goals, short-term, long-term, midterm. Right, organize them in a specific place. Know where to look. Right, put some of them. You can put them in your calendar. Use your calendar. All right, if you're like me, you got freaking 5-year planner you're not using. Use it. Right, you buy it, you use it. All right. Building anything is not easy, man. It's freaking hard. All right, it's freaking hard work. A lot to remember, a lot to do, but a little bit at a time. Start with writing your goals down. Start with keeping those goals written in a specific place, a safe place that you know where to go to, where you can go and you can read them. Now let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment, our build of the day. Today's build is on the documentary Sensitive, the Untold Story documentary I watched. I started watching last night. It absolutely sparked my interest. I was like, I don't want to watch a movie. Right, I got to stop watching movies unless I'm freaking reviewing them. Right, too many movies, too much time watching movies, and I know that part of it is to distract myself. Right, but still have a lot going on personally, so I'm still persevering. Right, I'm still persistent through some insurmountable emotional pain and mental anguish that has physical effects. Right, our mental challenges, our emotional challenges, absolutely has physical effects. It affects us. Stomach can hurt, headache. Right, could have literally physical stress response. Right, so giving myself grace and mercy. But I'm like, okay, I can read more. Right, reading is I like to read. Reading is good. I have a lot of books that I need to read. Right, need to finish reading. But this documentary sparked my interest, and I was like, you know what, I can talk about this. I can talk about this. from many different perspectives, right? But the documentary Sensitive, The Untold Story, is about the traits, personality trait of high sensitivity, which is found in 20% of the population. 20% of the population, people, 20% of the population experiences or are highly sensitive people, HSPs they call us, right? HSPs, which is about 1.4 billion people. About 1.4 billion people in the world are highly sensitive people, right? And it's crazy because, the documentary they was talking about people studying animals, right? The sensitivity in animals. And they said all species on Earth have about 20% of their population that is highly sensitive. So dogs are highly sensitive, whales are highly sensitive, different animals, right? Have different, highly sensitivity looks different, but you can measure it, right? You can measure it in each species. And so that was really interesting. It was like, okay, we're not alone. Right, those of us who are highly sensitive are not alone. Those of us who are hyper aware of all of the stimuli going on around us and within us, right? Again, this is not a medical condition, and highly sensitive people don't need help. Right? I mean, maybe we might need help, like learning how to process, learning how to navigate our emotions, learning how to navigate what we feel, learning how to when we have this response, what do we do with it, right? How do we process that? How do we navigate? How do we move forward? How do we go around? How do we, be in community with people? How do we be in relationship with our spouses, right? With our partners when we are highly sensitive and they may not be, right? We all need help, right? But we don't need medicine. We don't need medical help, right? It's not a medical condition. Some people don't think it is, right? Or they thought it to be like you need this. No, people don't. People just need sometimes a community of people who listens, a community of people who understands that they are sensitive and don't freaking do things and say things intentionally to push their freaking buttons, right? But yeah, so as you can imagine, with anything, being highly sensitive has its benefits and challenges, just like every other personality trait. And we are going to read highly sensitive, right? High sensitivity, also known as sensory processing sensitivity, SPS, is a personality trait that involves a heightened awareness of stimuli. People who are highly sensitive may be more easily overwhelmed by physical, emotional, or social stimuli. Too many people, too many choices, freaking too much noise, right? Too much movement, too much silence, right? Can affect somebody. What are the characteristics of a highly sensitive person? How can we recognize somebody who is highly sensitive? HSPs are more aware of their surroundings. They may be bothered by violence. My son doesn't like people fighting, period. Doesn't like to hear people arguing, right? They may be easily overwhelmed. Me, right? Definitely easily overwhelmed, right? They may be creative and empathetic. So many of us, they may be prone to chronic over arousal. Chronic over arousal. That's a deep one. Right. And we got some tips. We got some tips on how highly sensitive people can manage their sensitivity. You can practice self-compassion. First and foremost, be kind and grateful to yourself instead of self-critical. You can exercise regularly. This is what I need to remind myself of. In my meeting yesterday, one of the things that I'm committed to this month is being consistent in my workout, like every day. Like even if I'm not home, I should be able to do push-ups. I should be able to, get a short 20-minute run in, do some sit-ups, right? Do something every single day, even when I'm not home. In my environment, right? The workout environment and space that I've grown accustomed to, grown comfortable with, even if I'm not here. If I'm in Brooklyn at my lady's crib, if I'm wherever I'm at, I need to be able to do something every day, right? And so I got to commit to that, right? Worked out yesterday, worked out today. Every day, got to get it done, right? Sleep well. Getting enough sleep can help manage stress. Getting enough sleep well, rest well, right? Talk to a trusted friend or therapist. Talking about your difficulties help. Communicate with others. Let others know how you're affected by certain situations, right? And take time for yourself. Spending time alone can help you manage your feelings. That's one of the most important things. Even, if it hurts, even if it's, brings up demons and other emotions, spending time alone is absolutely critical. People do not know how to spend time alone. Even if they're alone, they're watching TV or they got music going. So they're not really alone in their thoughts. They got other things occupying space, right? So be alone, cut the music off, cut the TV off, sit by yourself and breathe. Again, and with that, guys, that's our show. That is our show for today. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Episode 295 of SR Daily, where personality meets enlightenment. I'm your boy, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston, and please do join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live over here. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. See you guys tomorrow. Later.